Good evening. كل عام وانتم بألف خير. In tonight's news, about 100 Jewish extremists accompanied by 4 rabbis stormed Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem's Old City, although Israeli soldiers were supposed to have provided cover. Jerusalem Awqaf Director General Sheikh Azzam al-Khatib said in a statement that the Awqaf called on the Israeli police to stop the external tourism program at least during the holy month of Ramadan, but the police rejected the demand. He added that a number of the extremists tried to reach the Dome of the Rock's roof, but worshippers prevented them. Egypt reopened its crossing with the Gaza Strip for several hours after Egyptian authorities ordered the passage to be closed last Friday after Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi was removed from office amid wide-scale protests. Ghazi Hamad, Hamas Deputy Foreign Minister, said that the crossing would open for a few hours so Palestinians could return home and for others to leave after 5 hours of closure. The Rafah crossing is the only gateway to the world for the 1.7 million Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, which is governed by the Islamist Hamas group. We stay with Egypt, where its prosecutor ordered the arrest of the leaders of ousted President Mohamed Morsi's Muslim Brotherhood, charging them with inciting violence in a clash that saw troops shoot 55 Morsi supporters dead. Brotherhood spokesman Jihad al-Haddad said the announcement of charges against leader Mohammed Badi' and several other senior figures was a bid by authorities to break up a vigil by thousands of Morsi supporters demanding his reinstatement. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said he doubted the Syrian peace conference would take place if Syrian rebels continued to wait for military gains. Despite his refusal to attend the Geneva conference, the new head of the Syrian opposition, Ahmad Jarba, called for a truce during the holy month of Ramadan in the central province of Hims. Meanwhile, in Aleppo, the World Health Organization urged the forces fighting on all sides of the Syrian conflict to allow safe passage of a much-needed convoy of supplies. We get more in this report.
Demonstrations in Aleppo as residents protest a rebel-backed blockade preventing food and medicine from reaching government-held areas of the city. The video, which could not be independently verified by Reuters, comes as rebel fighters have stopped supplies entering western Aleppo for weeks. The tactic is aimed at weakening the supply routes of President Bashar al-Assad. Now, the World Health Organization's representative in Syria, Elizabeth Hoff, is urging all sides to let supplies in.
We have a convoy that is going with all the UN agencies now, full of medicines and medical supplies that will hopefully reach Aleppo. And I am pleading with the Syrians that you are protecting this convoy to make sure that it reaches the people of Aleppo.
Residents say food prices are now more than 10 times their original level, and basics like bread and flour have become harder to find.
The United States says it is considering pulling out all its troops from Afghanistan next year, but is far from making a decision, according to the White House and Pentagon officials. The United States has been talking with officials in Afghanistan about keeping a small residual force there of some 8,000 troops after 2014. However, Afghan officials expressed skepticism that President Barack Obama would back a complete withdrawal due to tensions between Obama and Afghan President Hamid Karzai on the path forward. The Pentagon played down friction with Karzai and expressed confidence that there was still plenty of time and space to negotiate a bilateral security pact allowing for U.S. troops to stay in Afghanistan. Finally, a look at the weather. Normal summer conditions are expected in most parts of the kingdom. Winds will be northwesterly moderate to brisk, stirring dust at times in the desert regions. Temperatures in Amman will reach a high of 30 degrees Celsius and a low of 19. The Gulf of Aqaba should expect a hot tomorrow with a high of 37 and a low of 26 degrees. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news summary. I'm Nancy Khair. Thank you for watching and have a good night.